Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, which means it is time for Futures Fever at 11:30 today. And we also have 12 o'clock. Names keep skipping my mind.
Fabio with Menthor Q.
Mentor Q. I knew there was a
Yes,
TH in
I'll
there
post the
somewhere.
link here in a moment.
Still send me, I'm still waiting on, send me that information about Mentor Q and all that. All right, let's mark out a previous day high, previous day low. We're looking at ES right now, guys. We are looking at ES on the daily time frame here on TradingView. Been making higher highs, been making higher lows. We are in a bull market. We are at all-time highs, made all-time highs just this morning too. Pre-market, which is fantastic. But the question is, do we have momentum to sustain? Now, we had a 6-hour supply near the 64.55, which was a target from yesterday for longs. I'm pretty sure we were sort of done for the day from all this chop. But what it looks like is it chopped, and then it gave us the move around 10:30, 10 o'clock actually. So what I'd like to see when the New York session opens today is I'd like to see us push back towards this broken supply zone right in here. And I want to see us hold it. Now let's delete. So this volume profile is from yesterday's full daily session. Now we want to look at Tuesday, 6 o'clock. There we go. So we do have a little bit of a low volume shelf right here, which could hold as support. But again, myself, I would like to see this area down here hold as support. There's more volume down here as well, so a couple spots I might look for an entry would be, let's see, we'll do this zone right here. Then I also would be interested in anywhere over here, because this is now our lower volume from overnight. So that's another area. These are the two spots I'm looking for longs on the ES today. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alrighty. Let's see. So we had our daily time frame, we have our daily bias, previous day high was broken already, previous day lows nowhere in sight. We haven't been breaking previous day lows for a while. The last time we broke a previous day low was last Wednesday, it was a full week ago, and it doesn't look like we're going to break previous day low today, because right now we're 96 points away from it. We can check our economic calendar, make sure we're not missing anything. Today is Wednesday, and I believe Wednesday, I thought we had something at 8:30. We did not. We do have oil imports, an oil stock change, and a whole bunch of oil stuff at 10:30. So unless you are trading oil, we don't really have anything of value today when it comes to the economic calendar. YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and join me for Futures Fever today for a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. We'll go over some market criteria as well, do some analysis, maybe even possibly take some live trades if the market is presenting some good opportunities. Let's check our hourly time frame. Something I really want to do is really be looking at these zones that I had marked out on my different time frames, because it's going to give me an idea of support or resistance and to help confirm one of these zones. So we can sort of mess around, go to the 4-hour, I don't really see much. 3-hour, I don't see anything. 2-hour, I don't see anything. 1-hour, I don't see anything. And right now, basically what I'm looking for is, let's see if I could zoom in on this for a moment. You see this small rally we had pre-market right here? This rally from this red zone? I'm looking to see if we formed a demand zone somewhere in this area. If that's the case, that's where I'll find my long position. If that's not the case, I'll probably look for a pre-market low to be swept, and that will be my long position. So let's see if we could find a demand zone down here. 45-minute, 30-minute. Here we go. So here's our 30-minute demand zone. So let's delete this. Let's draw out our 30-minute demand. And let's mark that out as D30-minute. This is our demand zone on the ES 6466. We could check it on Bookmap as well, see if it is a level of interest. 6466. Look at that, 6466, 65, 64. Some passive buyers sitting in there. They just popped up, though, recently, about a minute ago. Some other levels. Look at all these levels to the downside we have, but again, they're sort of just all popping in now. I'm wondering if that's just when my Bookmap opened, but we see levels before that, so I don't think so. Let's see. Use our volume profile too to get a bit of an idea. Where's our volume at? So there's low volume to the upside. We have a low volume shelf between 85 and 83. 85 and 83, that's way up here. That's all the way up here. So we'll keep an eye. I'm gonna delete this blue zone for now because it was a low volume shelf on the volume profile. But no, we'll keep it then. We'll keep it then. Because I'm curious to see if we want to hold before that demand zone. Because remember, guys, we do have a bullish bias on today because we're breaking all-time highs. And we also want to check the VIX, make sure VIX is pushing lower too. And it is. Check out that VIX, guys. Look at the daily time frame on the VIX too. It is pushing lower. It's trying to continue lower. Red on the VIX pushing below. So, guys, if VIX could push below... See this blue level right here? This was a pretty strong support zone. It even pushed, so far it pushed below this area, which is fantastic. But now we need to really see VIX continue lower to help show that the ES has strength and volume behind it. We're not going to see that until the New York session opens. So that's the VIX. So also come back to the ES for a moment just to take a quick look. Now, because we're at all-time highs, you guys know we got to look for key psychological levels at this point. Look at that. We have 6,500 in play, guys. That is amazing. 6,500 key psych level right there on the ES. We'll make it blue. Other level would be probably 65.75, 64.75, 64.80 price levels of that nature. So there's 74.75. Let's see, man, that's crazy. 6,500, and then we'll do 65.25 as well. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to make our way to 65.25 today, but it's not impossible, right? If we're being realistic with the market, that's really only a 40-point move from where we are right now. Definitely a possibility. So we have some new key psychological levels mapped out. We have our demand zones below us. We have our bias for the day for the most part. The only way we switch our bias to bearish is if we start getting some real clues in the market that sellers are stepping in. If the cumulative volume delta drops red, which it's positive 5,000 right now. If we get aggressive sell bubbles coming into the market. If we hit a passive seller and we fail to break through it. There are different clues and different signs we want to look for using Bookmap. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ now. NQ also ripping new all-time highs, much even further than ES is at right now. Previous day high. This is our open price right here. Delete that, delete that, delete that. Got to draw some new key psych levels on NASDAQ now too. That's 23,800. And we'll do then also 23,900. So we're a lot closer to 23,900 at this point. And then 2,400. 24,000. 24,000. That is insane. We're at 24,000 on the NASDAQ. Man, I'd love to see NASDAQ at 30,000 in the next year or two. If we can continue. Probably not even 2 years at the rate it's going right now. But those are some key psych levels, right? So what we're doing, remember, we're on a daily time frame, so it might look like a lot of price levels right now, but when we're trading, we're day trading, we're trading on a 5 and 15, and that makes those levels way more spread apart. So let's do our supply and demand zone analysis. Now, right away, first thing I do see is this 2-hour supply zone that broke yesterday. I don't think we retested it. We could take a look. This 2-hour, is this the 2-hour? Let's delete this first. Delete this, delete this, delete this, and this. Just deleting everything. So look at that, 23,800, rejected, rejected, we broke it, and now we're holding, and we are far above 23,800 at this point. But that's a super key level, in my opinion, at 23,800. I'm going to mark it out with this blue rectangle tool. Now, I am going to delete this broken supply zone because it was broken, so we no longer need it. It's not relevant. But I will keep that 23,800 and that blue rectangle because check it out. If we extend it to the left, this zone was a major key level. Markets respected the hell out of this. On Monday, on Tuesday, we flipped it, then we held it on Tuesday as well. Sure, if we go back even further, at some point it was a new supply zone, so it had to have been formed somewhere. It might have been formed right over here though, because this was near all-time highs as well. So remember, this is 23,800. We're trading at 24,000 right now. Now let's look at more relative and relevant price action. So let's look at the hourly time frame. Zoom in on our recent few days. See what's cooking. Okay, so here's our range. We had our break yesterday. Would ideally like to see a pullback and a retest today. Like a pullback to this 23,800. That'd be, so look at this range right here, guys. We're up, down, up, down, up. We broke the range. Now we want to come down, retest the range to continue higher. However, we really were up and down in that. Check this out, guys. Up, down, up. And then look at this red candle that's hidden in here real quick. One more time. One more quick down. Just for it to hold a higher low one more time and skyrocket to the upside. So we're keeping an eye on markets. We're reading the direction. We see that sentiment has been bullish. We're not going to be fighting that. We will take a look at gold as well in just a moment. I did want to see if we had any good demand zones on NASDAQ. Now, the fact that we don't have a solid looking demand zone on NASDAQ is a little bit of a red flag to me in the sense that we have been rallying, we have been moving higher, but where's the support that formed below us? And that support being a new demand zone. When we rally, we should see a new demand zone form. When we sell off, we should see a new supply zone form. Is there a live session happening now? I don't see a link. Hey, good morning. Give me 1 second. I'm just, somebody in the Discord, new to Discord, was asking where the live stream was. Yo, good morning, Jay. What's going on, man? How are you? John Ozzy, Mr. Concentrator. What's up? What's up? Get some potatoes today. Make some money. All right, let's see. Marziti, you mentioned earlier today you were looking at gold today, right?
Yeah, it's in a negative trend, but the short term's kind of choppy. So I'm just looking for some good entries on it to go short.
Right, let's see. Let's take a look at gold. Yeah, we'll probably be on a bearish bias on gold. Yeah, 100%. Look at that. Interesting. Interesting. Let's pull up our market AI, get a little market sentiment on gold so we know that we are in fact trading with the right direction. Always good to have it's always good to read market sentiment when it comes to something like gold. Now, it is important to read something like market sentiment for ES and NQ as well, but things like gold, commodities, strong commodities, oil as well, they really like to follow those analyst breakdowns, those biases, those economic or geopolitical runs. So that's yesterday's. Where's today's?
All right, I've been short on gold actually, but he's doing okay. He's doing okay, man. You know.
All right, let's take a look, guys. Gold. Taking a look at gold here. So gold futures rise amid Fed rate cut expectations and weaker dollar. Okay, weaker dollar could support bullish gold. So we'll take a look at the dollar in just a moment. Supported by stable U.S. inflation data. So gold futures gained 0.33% to 34.10 per ounce on August 13th. By growing market expectations of a Federal Reserve rate cut in September, following by stable U.S. CPI inflation data, the U.S. dollar weakened, enhancing gold's appeal to international buyers. Geopolitical tensions remain. So again, that geopolitical tension is usually what drives gold bearish. But near-term gold prices are expected to trade sideways ahead of Trump-Putin summit and further U.S. economic data releases. Ooh, that's right. Trump and Putin summit, guys, they are meeting this Friday, the 15th. Let's see, gold here on the smaller time frame. Some price levels, 34.31 to the upside, 34.79 to the downside. So Fed rate cut bets 45%, markets pricing in a high probability over 90% chance of a Fed rate cut in September following stable inflation data and softer economic signals. A weaker dollar, that's something else I want to keep an eye on. Let's check out gold on Bookmap. CVD has been trying to push bearish. Overall, daily time frame wise, it would be suggesting more bearish than bullish. My biggest issue would be that at this point, let's see, at this point, we're trying to make some higher highs. So check this out. We made a lower low right here off of this low, but now we made a higher low right here, higher low. So the question is, did this previous day low we made yesterday, does that want to create another higher low here? Or do we want to break through and continue back towards that level? Now, I don't think we'll be able to sell off over 59 points today. Is it possible? Absolutely. Look at this daily candle right here is 51 points. I don't think we're gonna go to that low today though. But could we break previous day low? Absolutely. Have we broken it yet? No. Let's check our daily candle. Mark out our open price for today. Previous day highs marked out. Great. 4 hour. 4 hour, I would be expecting, check this out, we had our basing candle, actually it's pretty funny, we have a 4 hour supply zone here, and then we have a 4 hour possible demand zone right here, so we're sort of in this squeeze right here. I feel a short squeeze coming, maybe, so I'd be a little careful. So the thing I was going to point out was this 4 hour basing candle, we have a red basing, then we have a 4 hour rally. I'd look for this 4 hour to continue higher. This 4 hour doesn't close for 53 minutes. That is enough time for it to sort of chop around and try to make its way back green. If this 4 hour does close green on gold, I will look for longs above 34.20, targeting that 34.61 area. Other than that, if it closes bearish, then I might look for a break lower. I'll add my alert down here of, oh, nope, can't add an alert on that. Can I add an alert on Bookmap? No. But we'll keep an eye on it overall. 15-minute time frame. A little bit of a demand zone right here too. 15-minute demand. And markets open in about 22 minutes, guys. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Yo, good morning, Leo. What's up? NQ all-time highs? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, ski. Let's see. Do we have any? Oh, wow. Look at, yo, Market AI with another update. Live news, which is their headline area. Baba is flying right now. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. We'll keep an eye. Hey, DW, what's going on? Good morning, hello, and welcome to the community. If you got any questions, please let me know. My live stream is up and running. Right now, we have TradingView on our right-hand side over here. That's our basic candlesticks and price action. That's where I find my supply and demand zones, support my analysis. And then on the left-hand side, we have Bookmap. This is our order flow tool. So basically, these big bubbles you see, big or small, the bigger the bubble, the larger the volume in that area, and the larger the buyer or seller. The smaller the bubble, the weaker the volume. We have a bunch of, I know it looks like a lot going on right here, but the main things we're looking at is the volume bubbles and the heat map behind it. The heat map behind it shows us where passive buyers and sellers are positioned at, and a lot of times these levels work as either magnets or areas of a rejection. U.S. effective federal funds rate at 4.33% on 12 August on 114 billion in trades. All right, let's see what this means. Give us a breakdown. The unchanged effective federal funds rate at 4.33% with slightly lower trading volume signals stability in short-term rates, reinforcing market expectations of a September rate cut amid cooling inflation and softening labor data. This environment supports risk assets and pressuring the USD. Risk assets, usually like gold, with US bonds likely to benefit from falling yields. Future implications include increased liquidity and potential rally in equities if the Fed eases policy. So again, we'll keep an eye on that. Be a little careful. Gold coming down 3403.5. I have that demand zone. Because gold does have a positive CVD right now, I will possibly look for a long position based off of the economic data. Because I know if we are expecting a Fed rate cut, Markets have been bullish off of that. When markets are real strong, they usually markets are strong, usually gold pulls back. We'll have to see. We'll really have to be patient on this one. Let's update our volume profile too while we're at it. Bring that in. Oh, it's all the way over here. 6 o'clock. Fantastic.
All right, so we've got a liquidity zone on gold at 3402. So that's a lower candle from a higher time period. That's the 4 a.m. low. And then we've got the pivot point down at 3397. So if we continue marching south, those are two good targets.
Something I'll note, guys, the session volume delta right now, a lot of the positive delta has been a lot stronger than the negative. The strongest negative delta we have 103, we have 87. Biggest one I see right here is 183, and that's sort of a lone outlier right there. On the positive side, we have positive 166, positive 227, positive 173. So buyers are looking to be a little more aggressive over here. Gold is definitely one I would be a little careful on today. And it has been, remember, it's range bound on that daily time frame. So a lot of people who might be expecting continuation might get bought back up. So we'll be careful on that. Know what your risk is per trade, all that fun stuff, guys. YouTube, man, hit that like button, show some love. And don't forget, guys, Futures Fever is today at 11:30. Let me grab the link for you guys so I could send that over. You guys could join that for a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. Very cool stuff. Go over some market analysis as well. It's going to be cool, guys. It's always a lot of fun. I'll reach out to Peter Tuckman, see if he could poke in for a minute or two. He usually can't because of the timing. It's sort of like the middle of the day and he's on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. However, sometimes he is able to poke in. Oh, come on. I'm trying to get you guys the link to that video. Half a second longer. Alright, I got it. Guys, I'm going to send that through here in Discord. You guys could also check that out. I'll send that on YouTube too. It's going to be at 11:30 today on Benzinga. And again, you guys join in. Even if you join in for the first like 5-10 minutes, there will be a form in the comments for you guys to fill out for a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. That's, again, pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm going to be on next week's show on the Trader Bacon Show, which is another show on Benzinga. That one's hosted by Gates Adams. And I'm going to be on that show for their 100th episode, so that's pretty cool, too. Let me see if I can pull that link up. We got a lot going on, guys. And that show, we're going to be giving away 3 Apex accounts. Clearly, he's their favorite. I'm taking a look at gold. I really want to see how we dump through these levels down here. This 3404. I want to see if we could break into it and start to hold. Let's see. Sort of messing with their volume profile a little bit. Volume shelf over here. So buy the lows, sell the highs. Yeah, I'll keep an eye, guys. We'll keep an eye on gold over there. But you see, I'll put it on another chart over here so I keep an eye on it. Obviously, TradingView has not gotten back to me yet. I emailed them again this morning. It was like, hey, what the hell? But, we'll wait. I also reached out to Edgeful about getting you guys a special Bullishbrs discount to get you guys a good coupon, good sale on that. And they said right now, unfortunately, there is no sale running on it. So, I don't know. It's funny, I told them, I was like, listen, give me a smaller affiliate kickback then and give them the sale. Like, I'd rather you guys save money and have a smaller affiliate. Because they're like, oh, we'll give you like 20-30% affiliate. Like, all right, that's nice. But what if you take 10 or 15% of that away from me and just put it towards the sale? So it's no harm, no foul to them, I would think. But I don't think they're able to. I try, guys. I try to get you guys the best sales and the best opportunities out there. I'll keep pushing. They'll give. Everybody gives. Everybody's got a price. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. ES, NQ, what's going on? NQ continuing higher. Guys, if ES and NQ do just continue higher today, we're going to end up having to wait for the 15-minute orb. That's the 15-minute opening range breakout, first 15 minutes of the New York session. So we can mark out the high and low of that so we have some new key levels to use. Because we're at new all-time highs, we don't really have any key levels up here other than these key psychological levels we had marked out. So if we can get our orb, let's say we have our orb high here, our orb low here, then we're able to use the orb levels to say, okay, if we can break above it first, I'll look for a strong break above and hold, a retest, and I'll take that long. If we break below it with a strong break and hold, I'll look for a retest short, and if we stay range bound, then guess what? No trades. So that's what we'll be looking for today, guys, on the NASDAQ. That's the orb trading strategy. Same with ES in terms of finding like key levels and price levels and whatnot. Low volume shelf, really low volume shelf right here on the ES as well, which we did dip into already, but it was an area of resistance, support, and possibly support again at that 85. That was a strong level from before. We could take a look at oil. We'll look at it. We won't trade it. 15 minute, 30 minute. Just awful. Look at these intraday price swings. This day gave us a wild swing lower and back higher, but other than that, intraday is garbage price action, bad price action, bad price action, bad price action, bad price like one good. We're getting like with oil, like 1 or 2 good days out of like 8 or 10. So right now, in my opinion, the consistency on oil has been inconsistency. Therefore, we want to stay away from it. And Kevin, you run for Congress? Yo, bro, you got it. You bet. You bet. I got my supporters with you guys. I could build a good base. There's some traits I don't have that some politicians have, but I think it's a good thing. We'll leave those jokes alone. I'm sure you guys can fill in the blanks. Oil needs to get some grease, because it has been stuck. Jay. Oh, Jay. Alright, let's take a look at the ES on Bookmap here as well. Just sort of taking a quick dive into our session volume delta, session volume profile. Right now, guys, the session volume profile and the session volume RTH regular trading hours, they are exactly the same. That's because the RTH slot has not reset yet. This one resets when the New York session opens at 9:30. So that way we have our New York session volume profile and our futures volume profile. Very helpful. No, my doo-doo. Let's see. Weighted index not available at the moment. ES and Q again, just continuing higher on those. I really wanted to see ES retest into the 64, 68. Might not get that. And other than that, we're sort of just chilling now. It's up to you guys, tool-wise, what you guys want to cover today. We could go over a little market AI. We could go over a little, what else could we do? We could do market AI. We could do a little quant data. Quant data is another good one. Benzinga Pro. Edgeful, of course. Trend Spider. You guys name it, and we'll play around with it. Let's see. Oh, this is the wrong login, though, for my Edgeful account. We'll get Edgeful going, guys. Let's keep an eye on those, the orb. Opening range breakout. So soon, so soon. Let's see. Alright, so let's go to our go-to report on our opening range. Actually, you know what? I do want to find the gap fill. Gap fill's way down here, guys. Gap fill is very possible. We saw yesterday we had a gap fill that was like a 0.6% in size. And I was like, oh, no way we hit it. I didn't even mark it out, and we ended up hitting it. This one only is a 0.3% in size, so this is actually pretty possible. Let's check our gap fill with Edgeful. Get started. Alright, let's see. Gap fill with edge full. And we see that with ES, this is ES gap fill, New York session. Our gap ups, they only filled two out of 5 times the last 5 gap ups. That's a little bit of a red flag there. If we look at by size though, we go to our sub report by size. Now I could see, okay, well, right now our gap fill price is right here. We're going to mark that out with our gap. And then I'm going to take my ruler tool, measure it from our gap price to where we're currently trading. In fact, I could probably put it a little higher to play it safe. But let's say it's like 0.3%. So that is still under the 0.39%. So what I like to do is I'll measure it from that gap fill and I'll measure it to that 0.39%. That way I could place a price level at where I need price to open below. So 0.39% is all the way up here. I need price to open on the New York session on ES below 64.93 for us to have a 67% chance of filling the gap to the downside. So that's what we're looking for. That's how we use the edge full tool. That's how we could use the streaks. We see that gap downs fill it a lot more frequently, but the gap ups are definitely struggling. So we will keep an eye on that. If we fail to fill that gap, that also means I won't come to my demand zone that I have marked out down there, which again means should probably look for a higher entry for long positions. So that's what I'll be looking for today on the ES, and that's how I like to use the edge full gap fill indicator tool to sort of find those price levels, align them with my own supply and demand zones, see what are the odds that we come fill it. Again, 67% chance, it's almost a 70% chance, so odds are in our favor that we fill this gap. If we do fill this gap, I'll look for us to fill it and hold this demand zone and the gap fill price level as support. Alright, let's create highlight video from that. Fantastic. That way we can post that out. ES morning. ES analysis. We'll call it ES analysis with bookmap. Oh, not bookmap, with edgeful. Gap fill. Report. What's today, guys? Today is August
13, Wednesday.
Thank you, sir. And create. Fantastic. Look at that, just like that YouTube video was made. Yay. Yo, gold, man. I just saw gold. That's super close. Look at that, dude. Gold wicked right near that low. So, guys, right now, that low, too, when I put my volume profile on the beginning of this uptrend right here, our volume average, this is the low, our volume average low is this blue level down here. Our volume average high is the blue level up there. We see that price likes to trade within that range. So, again, if we could buy the lows of that range, look to get out at the highs. Something I'm keeping an eye on. Good morning, everybody. Guys, what's going on, man? Hope you guys are ready for a great trading day today. We'll take it easy, take it cool, calm, and collective. We'll find some good setups, and we'll see what's cooking. And keep doing that, man. Keep going to the other tab. Take a look at the VIX. Take a look at everything we're looking at, guys. Markets open in about 6 minutes, so stay patient. Stick around. We're gonna make some money soon, guys. Let's see. Any trending news right now? Just that Fed fund rate that we read about 25 minutes ago. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Oh, I like they had, let's see. Also, I'm going to put on those blue gamma ray glasses so I don't get a migraine before Futures Fever today, because that would suck. I'll put them on for a minute, see if they help. Let's see. So retail positioning on the Euro USD is a 50-50 buyers versus sellers right now. That's pretty cool, man. They partnered with Dominion Markets. I haven't heard of them before, but pretty cool. Oh, check out the Trump tracker today, guys. This is pretty massive right there. Trump tracker, where'd it go? There it is. Trump tracker. 65% score. That's actually pretty high right now. So basically, today's schedule includes a high visibility presidential announcement at the Kennedy Center and signing of executive orders. The public nature and timing of the announcement, combined with the recent federalization of DC law enforcement, raises moderate to high volatility potential for public and market reaction. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. When is that? So let's see. That's at 9 a.m. Presidential office schedule. The in-town pool call time. 11 a.m. The president departs the White House en route for the Kennedy Center. Okay, so that is until a little bit later. So he makes the announcement at 11:15 today, guys. Look at that. Right with Market AI, we're able to see when's Trump speaking today. Trading View, that wouldn't have shown us that. Any other catalyst, we would have had to sort of look in depth. Market AI has a full Trump tracker for us because of the impact that he has on the market. Because, yes, he's the president, but this is the first sort of president that has this big of an impact where he could tweet something and something happens. So it's cool to have this, extremely helpful. Definitely recommend it. Clip that too. How to use the Trump tracker. Where'd it go? Half a second here, Euro guys. USD is a 50-50 buyers versus sellers right now. That's pretty cool, man. They partnered with Dominion Markets. I haven't heard of them before. We'll cut it off right there where I say I haven't heard of them before. Trump tracker. Trump tracker with Market AI. August 13th. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, cool, man. We're pretty set for today, man. We went over our economic calendar. We went over some gap fill strategies we're looking for. We went over some orbs. We didn't go over the orb. We'll go over the orb. And what I want to go over with the orb is if we've seen any consistency lately. So I see a double break, breakdown, a breakout, a double break, a double break. So it seems, and if I look at our table right here, double break, double break, double break, double break, a lot of double breaks going on. Let's see. So yeah, we'll be using the orb strategy today, guys, to be finding some key levels today on the ES and NQ. And then we'll probably just be using our bookmap and price analysis on something like gold. Volume analysis as well. Look at gold, guys. What a tough range. It's hitting this 3408 ceiling, rejecting, hitting that 3404 floor, holding. Very tough range on gold. We'll keep an eye on.
And it looks like we're lining up for our attack run on 3402. We've been respecting a fib or a trend line to a certain extent, but I don't know which way it's going to break yet. If it does break south, 3402 is clearly in sight, followed by 3400.
Gotcha. I found it. I was looking for your daily bias report, and I'm like, why do they have two on oh yeah, no, they have two on every day. Huh. I was gonna say here's the one for today because this one was made last night at 8:20. But and it does have upside target on ES 6515, which is above that purple level. We have 6515 right above here. Downside 6410, 6410. And that is a huge downside target, right? That's almost like previous day low area. Like all the way, 64.10, all the way down here. That'd be a massive sell-off. We do have some news, so who knows? But we'll have to see. But yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Gives you a breakdown, dude. I love this, man. Oh, cool. If you hover over it now, oh my goodness, bro. They're literally updating this market AI like every day. It's so cool. All right, nice pullback on ES. Oh, there we go. New York session just opened. I was wondering, I was gonna say, come on now. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now we're gonna give the market a little time to give us a good possible setup or opportunity. Somebody keep an eye on gold for me. Let me know if it does pull back to the levels we were mentioning earlier. I'm keeping an eye on ES for possible longs right over where we are right now, like these lows over here. We had a low volume shelf in here on the volume profile. We look to see if we want to hold here. If we don't, then just no long position. Getting a little black on the book map here. I'm going to try it on a long. I don't know if it's going to fill me down here, though. I'm trying to get filled at 85.75. It missed my long entry. So a little hesitant on squeezing the trigger on that. This is what I was looking for. Remember, though, we do have the gap fill. We are below that percentage. So we do technically have the gap fill. I like this low volume shelf down here. If we could retest it one more time and start to hold, great. I'll definitely take it. But right now, I do think I missed my entry on longs. It looks like it's getting ready to give us a little bit of a run up right here. NASDAQ's pulling back. A lot weaker than ES. But look at ES, man. Flying. Go, baby, go. Damn, man. That would have been a nice quick first trade of the day right there. That's alright. We'll be patient. We'll wait on it. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let's also put us up on Twitter. Gotta be everywhere, man. And then, like you guys said, I gotta run for governor next. I'll just be a good one, I promise.
Governor
Dude,
Kevin.
that's it, man. President Kevin. Forget that. Traitor turned president. Damn, man. ES would have just boom, profit target hit there, man, if it filled quick enough, but it did not. So now we're waiting. What's that alert going off for? VIX popped, new low a day. VIX hit that price level we were looking for. Gold didn't give us an entry. NASDAQ flipped green too. Oh my goodness, man. That's crazy, dude. That 64.85, bro, is amazing. 85, look at that. 85 was to the tick. The entry.
All-time highs. All-time highs, all-time.
Yep, all-time highs being hit, guys. Now we be patient. Don't buy the highs. Don't buy the all-time highs. Yo, imagine buying the all-time high and having it pull back on you. That's why we enter on the pullbacks. Let that 15-minute form. Bro, I'm so disappointed in missing that entry, but hopefully it comes back. It probably won't. That's okay.
Pullback?
Pullback?
I don't know. It's either going all-time high, like, I don't know what levels you have after all-time highs, but you
Yes.
either doing a pullback or keep on going.
So great question. Sort of covered this in the pre-market prep. So when we're near and making new all-time highs, we don't have any historical price levels to go off of. And when that happens, there's really not much we can do, right? We could either use that's why I'm using the orb opening range breakout to sort of give me an idea To give us an idea, sorry about that. Benzinga just hit me up. Orb to give us key level high, key level low, and key psychological levels. So like 6,500 I marked out. That's a possible target to the upside too. What else? What else? But 6,500, 6,525. You could even go by 10s on the ES. Like 6,590. Like we're hitting 93 right now. 85 held. You could even, one intraday, you could go by 5s too if on the ES. I'd go by 20s on the NASDAQ. But that's usually what I like to look for. Just, you know, continue higher. Maybe give me a new low volume shelf, and then I'll consider that low volume shelf as an entry. So right here, 90. 90, 90. 90, where's my stop on that? 90, stop at 89.5. So 90.5 entry.
Just set and forget.
Set and forget, maybe. We'll see. This is the trade setup I'm looking for right now. I'm going to take it. So I'm going to try some longs on ES here. If it goes right to stop loss, it goes right to stop loss. But I'm in a long here looking for this to be our pullback and hold. We hit this low volume shelf right here, which is what I was looking for us to hold. So there we go. Quick reaction right to my entry. Love to see it. Now I'm looking for a strong rally because we had a strong rally this right at market open. So I'm expecting leg 1, pullback, leg 2. If it fails and hits my stop loss, that's fine. But if it does continue, we'll be in for a pretty nice trade.
Are you using Anchored volume profile?
Yep.
Why
Nice.
do you choose to use?
What's that?
Why do you choose to? Oh, nice. Nice
Yo,
trade.
it's beautiful right here. I'm gonna get out. I was amazing. That was a quick 750. I'll take it. When did I choose to use it, or where do I choose to put it?
So why did you choose Anchored profile? Because I know there's a few options.
Yeah, so the anchored volume profile, in my opinion, is the best one because it gives you the volume profile for wherever you started at. So if I started this volume profile at 6 o'clock last night when when the futures market opened, it'll give me our current daily volume profile. If, let's say, New York session has been open for like 20 minutes and I want to see our New York session volume profile, then I could delete this one or drag it over and put it at the New York session open and see our New York session volume profile. The volume profile helps us to find the imbalances, and those imbalances are where we have the low volume shelves.
Okay, thanks. Gotcha.
You got it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Volume profile is an extremely helpful tool, guys. Nice. Look at that, guys. Buyers are continuing, man.
This is crazy.
This is crazy, dude. This is absolutely crazy. That's what I said. We're probably been in for a nice trade here, right? We're looking for another rally off of that. We had rally 1, pullback, rally 2. Here it comes.
I remember we were talking beginning of the year and saying that, oh yeah, maybe it's gonna hit all time highs, maybe it's not.
Yep,
Maybe
here
it's
it
gonna
is.
pull back.
And another one. Another one. Damn, man. Oh my goodness, I should have held it a little longer.
Set and forget.
Yup, that's right. That's right. Set and what were we talking about? Haha. Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? Give me half a second here. Now, at this point, guys, because we took a really nice scalp, we could have possibly taken 2 really nice scalps already. Now we'd be crazy patient, man. This thing could continue. It's grinding higher. CVD's been pushing higher. Could definitely keep going, dude. Definitely keep going.
Kev, I have a auto anchored volume profile and VWAP auto anchored.
Auto anchored volume profile on VWAP? Or is it the VWAP anchored?
So I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I just put it. I put an anchor, or just show I put volume profile.
It's not an indicator on TradingView. It's not an indicator. It's actually under the tool category on the left-hand side over here.
Sorry, which tab is that?
That's okay. On the left-hand side, underneath where the long and short position tool is, that's the forecast. You're going to come down, there's volume based, and you'll have anchored volume, weighted average, fixed range volume profile, and anchored volume profile. Fixed range volume profile is okay. I'd much prefer anchored. Fixed range is just a fixed range, so you have to update it as price updates itself. So it's not the most ideal. But if you're doing like, what you can do with the fixed range though, is you can mark it out so it's like, okay, I want to see the fixed range from yesterday, I want to see the fixed range from the day before, and I want to know where our point of controls were lining up. You know, that's a good way to use the fixed range, but I like to use the anchored volume profile for intraday price levels.
You adjusted the settings, right?
Yes, absolutely. So anchored volume profile, when you put it out there, you go into settings. For input, row size is going to be 50. I'm pretty sure it's 25 when you get started. For volume, it's going to be total, not up and down. And that's sort of it when it comes to changing the settings. I unchecked a bunch of these, and I only kept developing volume average.
Late to the party.
Hey, what's up, Jeremy? How you doing?
Oh, just trying to manage stuff and deal with a allergy attack at the same time.
Oh yeah, we take some Claritin, man.
Yeah, it just takes like 15 minutes to get going and it hasn't started working yet.
Oh, you do take Claritin? That's good. Benadryl. Some people take Benadryl.
You didn't miss much.
That's
We went
okay.
to all-time highs, and now we're falling back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't miss much. We caught those all-time high breakouts. We got out for a scalp, and now we're just waiting for our re-entry.
Nice. And I'm starting to look at Pony too. I guess that was tagged in the chat there. Let me see here. Exhausted Trader, you in here?
Yeah, he's usually in here.
How weird. I don't see him here. Okay.
Is he not in here today? Oh, I like visible volume profile. Also, it shows what's on your screen. Yep, Derek's got a good point, guys. D. Harvey, he mentioned how the visible volume profile shows you your volume profile of every candle you see on the screen. So it's always updating. So if you scroll back, it'll give you all of this information. If you scroll closer, it'll give you just this information. So that's pretty helpful too.
That's the one I use. Visible.
Oh, okay,
range, cool. Volume profile. But I'm gonna try the anchored.
My issue.
Trying to open the settings.
Yeah, I like the anchored a little bit more. The issue with the visible is if you are trading and you're going in and out of your time frames or zooming in and out a little bit, you're going to end up sort of like missing and miscalculating your volume profiles because it's always changing. I like the anchored because it's anchored to a specific beginning. right? So it's pretty consistent and it's growing as price accumulates. I got 2 of these in my setup and they're great. Low cost, natural blue. Oh, cool. Let's see. Oh, what's it? One of those screen protector things? I've heard of those before, man. That's pretty dope. Cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate you sending me that. I'm definitely gonna have to invest in a some type of monitor protector for the lights. Seeing that I'm a
blue light monitors, man.
Yeah.
They're natural blue light, so for like if you have migraines or any type of visual issues, you will notice right away when you set it up, the light coming off of it is like a black hole. There's no light coming off of it. It's really good.
Oh, that's really cool. Guys, a little announcement-ish. So you guys know, obviously, I work with Benzinga, do social media content, host some shows and whatever. They asked if I could cover their pre-market playbook, their live stream show for Thursday and Friday this week, tomorrow and the following day. So I'm going to send you guys the links to that as well. Jeremy, if you want to live stream in here, please feel free. Marzetti, I know you too. Same with you. If you guys don't want to, I'm going to be live on Benzinga. So I'll send you guys the link here. But it'll be the same breakdown like we always do, except maybe a little bit different. Like we'll do some Benzinga Pro analysis, like we'll look over some reports, some articles, we'll see what was trending overnight from like tonight. And then we'll do our market breakdown, right? We'll look over the ES, the NQ, the VIX, gold. We'll look for some setups. Same as always. But that'll be pretty cool. I figure I'll let you guys know.
What the hell? Getting a warning saying I can't sell IPO shares on something, but I didn't buy the IPO or the pre-IPO. Freaking Robinhood.
Nice. Let's see. So markets are open. We had our 15-minute orb right here, and the first thing I see is we are getting that break out, right? Here's our orb high. Here's our orb low. Now, I'd really like to see us pull back towards this 90 level for a long entry again. I really would, but I don't know if we're going to. We already pulled back to it and used it. But that's our most recent low volume shelf. So guys, when we get a volume profile like this, where all of the volume is high, we want to be doing a range trade, right? Where we sell the highs, buy the lows. Now, because we're bullish, we're expecting price to continue higher. We don't want to sell the highs unless we're selling to get out of a long position. But what we'd wait for is we could look to see if we could pull back to the lows and buy the lows. Now, if we continue here and volume and price is continuing, which is fantastic, I'm going to look for us to create a new low volume node. And that's going to look like it's starting to form right here around this 97.50 to about 96.25. So I'd really like to see price start to hold right here to continue higher so that when we pull back towards this 97, I could take my entry right here. Look at this, guys. We're heading towards 6,500, guys. 6,500 on the S&P 500. That is fantastic. We have our orb high and low. Take a look at the NASDAQ too. Ooh, gross. Guys, look at the NASDAQ today. Nasty. Look at the difference, guys, on NASDAQ's opening range breakout, the first 15-minute candle of the day. Not only is ES way stronger, check it out. ES's first 15-minute is a huge rally with no upper wick, a long lower wick, trapped sellers. NASDAQ is like the opposite. A long upper wick, a rejection, and then we broke to the downside on the orb. ES, strong candle, broke to the upside of the orb. They are completely inverse from each other right now.
Sorry, I'm working a bunch of options orders right now.
Busy man, busy.
Wow, all over the place. I couldn't get in on Pony on that dip, damn it. I was too busy. With any luck, it'll pull back to like 1490 one more time. waves of hype are everywhere in the AI space all of a sudden.
Damn, man. ES just cracking away, dude. That's beautiful. That is crazy. Man, we had those entries at 90. Yeah, I know it's only 10 points, but we had entries at 90 with a 1-point stop loss. Does that divergence make the ES more likely to push lower? You know, you'd think so. Now, again, you'd think so. However, with the momentum we have, what I've noticed was if ES is strong and NASDAQ is sort of weak, and ES remains strong, eventually NASDAQ ends up giving up and continuing higher. However, if NAS stays weak, and the rest of the markets, like the YM, look at the YM is rallying, that's what's helping support the ES right now. If YM starts to fail, then yes, we can definitely start pushing lower. Look at this, guys. YM is not near all-time highs right now. We got a little ways to go. YM. They should make a... I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's see. So, boom, cracked above that 6,500. Remember, guys, this range, yes, we've been bullish, but we're only about a 15-point range. Really not that much. And don't forget, too, where we opened, we still technically could fill the gap. Odds are pretty low at this point, in my opinion. Bro, that was a phenomenal long entry. Man, I got in down here on this wick, right down here. 90.50. And I got out for like 5 points. And then, we're waiting, guys. We're waiting. I'm looking for possibly, like I said, that 97 now. We're looking 97 to about 96.25. So 97.25 entry for my next trade. 96.25 is my stop loss. We'll see.
Did you all see the new ETF my company launched?
No, what is it?
The ticker is C Cup.
Like CCUP?
Yeah, CUP, yeah.
You guys gotta make one called iCup.
Right.
ICUP.
That'd be funny.
Kyle taking some shorts. Be careful on them shorts, man. Don't forget, we are in a bit of a bullish market at the moment. But you are taking it on NASDAQ, which has been a bit more relatively weaker. Alright, let's see. What's CCUP? Haha.
I thought it was a funny ticker. It's a leveraged ETF on Circle.
Let's see. Oh, cool. I'm gonna be interviewing. Let's see. JUNS. Jupiter Neurosciences. I'll be interviewing the CEO, and president of Jupiter Neurosciences tomorrow. Pre-recorded Benzinga interview. I'll let you guys know when that goes live.
Sweet.
So that's cool. That's funny. I forget who said it this morning. Somebody made the joke. It's like, oh, Kevin's gonna run for... Oh, yeah. Jay said, you wanna run for Congress next? Because I was like, oh, we're doing work with this. We're doing work with that. I'm over here. We're over there. So you're gonna go to Congress next? So yeah, I'm gonna do everything. President Kevin from Bullishbrs.
There you go.
Alright, guys, I want to see us pull back towards this 97 on ES. I'm not taking any entries without it. So I want to see this candle close green up here. That next candle give us a weird little drop. Enter. Go higher. Now again, look at this. We got no levels to the upside. We have 65.25 next key psychological level, but I think I want to mark out 65.15 first. Let's check out NASDAQ on Bookmap. See, our CVD was positive from the futures market, but then it corrects itself when New York session opens because of the RTH, right? But NAS is pretty range bound right here. So come on, ES. Pull back, time for a little pullback. You know, we know you want to. A fair value gap lined up in there too. But we'll delete that because who likes those, right? Just kidding. All right, let's see. We're getting close. We're diving into it right here. Whoa, if we break... Okay, yeah, no. Let's wait one sec. If we break, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, nope, no trade right now. No trade. Crazy pullback. Let's see.
Hang tight. Looking for a base target.
Ah!
582.
Oh, I would have took that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't. Let's wait. Possible support here.
Let it consolidate a couple bars first.
Yeah, I'd like to see it come down towards the 90. We broke 95, so I want to see us come back towards 90 again. We're trying to find some support here. Remember how strong we have been this morning? But we already broke this low volume shelf. Look, this low volume shelf, it's like no longer a low volume shelf. So again, we're still sort of waiting for that 90. That 90 is our next low volume shelf. Still.
Yeah, Ricardo, I didn't even grab that one.
I guess
On
you
your,
gotta
like 0 second chart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jeremy,
Yeah.
you gotta go to a lower time frame.
Let me get my half-second chart up.
Icebergs. Oh, nice. We got some icebergs there. Nice. Oh yeah, you're in shorts, right? Jay was in shorts on NQ. I bet NASDAQ had a crazy drop. Yup, exactly. NASDAQ had more
Nice.
relative weakness. Good job, bro. Good work.
Is he still in it?
I don't know, Jay. Kyle, you still in that short? Take some profit, man. Kill it.
Yeah.
Done
it's
for the
getting ready now.
day. Yes, sir. Yo, what a trade. Come on now. This right here is managing your trade,
Well
managing your
done.
risks.
Well done.
Fantastic. Somebody get the golf
40-30
clap
on
going.
this pull. And if it breaks 40-30, it'll shoot to 40-45.
And 2 zigzags.
And a snap in the middle, yeah.
Ah, baby, that's all we need.
There's about 40-30, bam.
We can go to the bar after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. No, there's no, what's it called,
Reject and
fans?
correct.
Yeah, no, I don't like these volume profiles we're getting. I think we want to make another run lower. I want to see 64.90 on ES. Kyle had a great point earlier, how with NASDAQ remaining bearish, at some point, ES or NQ, ES has been bullish, NQ has been more bearish. They don't go inverse, they don't inverse each other, we know that, but they also don't have to follow each other's trends, but it helps. Not my point. Oh, I think it was Jay then that said it. Yes, Jay. Oh no, Derek. It was Derek that asked. Guys, too many people I can't remember anymore. Derek, he asked, does the divergence make the ES more likely to push lower? You were short, Jay. No, Kyle. You were short. You were short on NASDAQ. You killed that short. That was a good job.
Here we go. Base 24.015. Let's see if it holds there. If we get a rebound out of that, we should get a reversion trade.
Yep. Come on, ES. Be the E-best. Damn, man. Gold ended up holding, bro, right before my my demand zone, dude. Crazy. But it did end up going higher. That's some great bias off of that Market AI. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. If I wasn't using Market AI and I was just looking at the analysis of like the daily time frame, I would have been pretty hard on those shorts. I would have been like, oh, we're definitely going to keep selling off. We rejected that high. Big sell candle here. We want to continue lower, but it's holding. Let's see, ES. Gotta see ES, man. Want to see that 90 area. 15-minute time frame. Closes in 15 seconds. This is pretty major. It's nerve-wracking taking shorts at all-time highs, but I love targeting perfectly equal highs and lows. Nice. Good stuff, bro. Yeah, those are always good targets. All right, there's a new fifth. This is major, guys. New 15-minute time frame just formed. Big rejection candle on the 15-minute time frame on ES.
Yeah, our
I think
IHS pattern just turned into a bear flag.
Yeah, I
But
think we
this
can
is
see
L2.
lower. I might look.
This would,
Sorry, you go.
I was gonna say this would be L2 on a 1-minute chart, but it's broken. We're looking for a new low.
I'm looking for 97 as a possible entry short with the stop loss around like say 97 short, like 98 stop loss, 98.25. Could look for us to try to trade back to VWAP and even that orb double break, even the gap fill, right? Technically the gap fill is still up.
23,995 is the target here for the short on NQ. That just bounced right up above it, 1 tick above it, 2 ticks above it. Sleaze your way down there. Come on.
Cool. Yo, guys, Lucian, as most of you know, owner of Bullishbrs here, he's getting into some futures trading. Been chatting with him a little bit. He's getting started on his own Apex account. For those of you who don't know, I think Lucian when he was trading, I think he was trading penny stock, so he's a bit newer to the futures community as well. So he's gonna be recording his journey a little bit. He'll probably post it as well. So that's gonna be pretty cool, man. See it?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's a trip how easy scalping futures can be when you've learned or cut your teeth on trading pennies or scalping penny stocks.
Yeah.
It's the natural next step. There we go. Fill my order. Thank you. Come again. All right, let's see if we get a quick reversion to 4020. That'd be a liquidity target if this were a bear flag. You'd see shorts come in again strong at about 4020.
You're a liquidity target if shorts come in again. All right,
Don't be their exit liquidity.
NASDAQ at 2400 even. Key psych level 2400.
And also don't buy their short shares. Come on, you bastards. You know you want it. Oh, they're making threatening sounds.
Badoop, badoop. I think we find support here on ES. I also liked NASDAQ at that key psych level too. Would you be able to take a screenshot of your modified fib and share it? I was watching Jeremy's vid. Nice. Let's see. We're being patient here, guys. Definitely waiting. Come on, ES, give us a dip. I wanted us to move lower. This 15-minute looks like we're reversing lower. We didn't get an upper wick on this 15-minute candle yet, which is pretty unusual, right? So we like to look for the unusual and realistic and usual when it comes to the market, because we want to look for repeatability and things that make sense. ES losing support below us. CVD finally pushing red. New York session cumulative volume delta has pushed red. I am still considering 90s as a potential long entry. Because apparently I'm on crack. No, I'm just kidding. We'll see. We'll see. We have to get a good reaction to it. Can't just take it for the sake of taking it. Want to see price dip into like 90 and hold around 89. Let's see.
Like right on the liquidity shelf here. If you look on the like a 15-minute QQQ chart, it shows exactly where you're at. It'll show it on the futures too. I just don't want to zoom out right now. Too much of a hassle to change time frames on trading Trade-O-Bait.
All right, so I'm still on the buy side. Like, I'm still bullish on this, guys. This is a retest back into our orb. We haven't broken the low yet. NASDAQ trying to find some support near this 24,000. Finding resistance, though, at VWAP. I would like to see one more push lower on ES to that entry point. So that would also require NASDAQ to push lower, too. So we'll be patient. Markets have been making all-time highs. Markets have been doing real well. Gold. Just got a gold alert. Gold new high a day? Yeah, wow, guys. That is crazy. Gold was what? Let's see. Gold was about 0.4 ticks away from my demand zone for possible long entries. And then it held and continued to new high a day. That is absurd. But again, very happy to see that our market AI information was very successful. It was correct. It said it was bullish on gold. It said weak dollar. It said all the stuff we needed to know. And that's exactly what we got during the New York session today. Very cool, man.
Still looking for that grab at 240.20.
Oh, shoot. Hold up. This is where I was taking some potential shorts, actually. I didn't see that we came into it so quick. Oh, man. We hit... Oh, no. I missed it. Damn. I was going to try to take shorts off of 97. Because I like the 15-minute. And 15-minute just created that upper wick, too. Oh, dude. Yeah, I missed the short entry. Let's see if we could get it. I'm looking for shorts up here. Possibly, like, right here now. I don't think we get it. I think we missed entry on that. Let's see. Yeah. Damn, man. Oh, man. I missed it. We missed it again. That's alright. We had that killer trade early. We're not. I like short still, too. Yup. Yup. Oh, we get it, Kyle. You were short before it was cool today.
Looks like my half my TNA position is going to get called away, but that's all good.
Hey, look at this, guys. Lucian just posted. Hey peeps, thanks to Kevin's amazing Futures Masterclass, I've finally gotten starting an Apex evaluation account. I get started recording a bunch of live trades, both good and bad. We're missing this trade anyway, so we're not missing anything. My journey on getting a funded account. I'm posting the videos on our YouTube under the Apex playlist. Here's the first one. I have a bunch of scheduled to post daily over the next few weeks. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube so you see the videos. Once again, awesome job. Thank you. Fantastic.
All right, Pony. I'm watching Pony still as well. It seems to have broken support. It's not bearish yet, but it's just accumulating in a weird spot. It's kind of hovering above its previous volume shelf.
Yeah, I really wanted ES shorts, but we'll see. I want to try to get filled near this orb high now. And mainly because of the 15-minute time frame. At this point, I'm a bit more bearish because of the 15-minute time frame trying to sell off. New 5-minute opens in 30 seconds. NASDAQ still weak too. Oh, nice.
Oh, I've got a meeting today, damn it.
It's the worst when you remember and you thought you didn't have one. You're like,
Yeah.
"Ah." You're like, ah, shit. 5-minute closes in 1 second. I don't know how I feel about these shorts anymore. We'll see if we can push up one more time. I'll consider a short, but yeah, we'll see. It is 10:10. Don't forget, join me for Futures Fever today at 11:30, and then come back here to Bullishbrs to join Marziti for the. Oh my God! One day I'll remember the name.
Menthor Q, 12
Menthor.
o'clock noon, Menthor Q. If you're into gamma and Gex levels,
I'm keep
that'll be
wanting
a
to.
good thing for you today.
I'm keep wanting to call it like Quantor or Quant or something. I don't know. The word Quant sticks a lot better than Mentor. Mentor sounds like you asked Mike Tyson, who was your teacher when you were learning how to box? And he said, I had a really great mentor. Right? That's what I that's what I hear. It's stupid, but I don't know, man. There we go, dude. Yes, man. Those shorts would have played nice, man. We were reading the market like a book today. I love it when that happens. Just taking it nice, cool, calm, and collective. Here comes TP. I bet TP3 for Naz. Right there goes that Naz sell continuation. ES at an area. Is that the 90 area I was looking for support? But we've really been trying to sell off.
All right.
If we hold, if we don't break 89.5, I'll take it.
Touching grass.
We haven't broken 85. I'm gonna take it. Stop loss is at 89.5. So if it goes right to stop loss, it just goes right to stop loss. Alright, we'll do 89.25 as stop loss. Give it a little room and stopped out, maybe? It might be one of those right to stop trades, but I like the support that's trying to build up under us, and I like the low volume shelf we're in. But at this point, selling pressure came in really strong. Entry's at 90.5. But I'm feeling like we might duck lower again. Yeah. Let's see. Before I even get my position tool there, it's going to stop me out. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, be careful. Be careful. There's 0.75. There's 89.75. Not a fan that we are able to try to break those lows, but this low volume down here is really what I want to see. Oh, it stopped me out. Oh, no, wait. Stops me out to continue. It's going to do that. Almost guaranteed.
I got out for a nice little scalp there.
Nice. If NASDAQ was holding up, this ES trade longs would be ideal. Because they're not, it's not ideal. But I'm going to take one more stab on a re-entry, a lighter size. Because we are trying to consolidate. We are trying to dance on this price level. It's a struggle bus right here, though, too. Yeah, that's why I took lighter size. No, thank you. Still up pretty heavy on the day. We're just going to wait. Those shorts were going to play out, so we don't want to go long if we were going to be in a short position already. 15-minute time frame closes in 1 minute, and we're going to be looking for continuation of the downside, probably. 1 minute left on the 5, actually. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, and I'm not taking this long again. And guess what? It could definitely find support right here, right? But, the way it's been selling, it's not looking likely. There's that 90.50 again. 90.25. These low volume areas down here on ES is where I was looking for us to start to hold, but we're trying to break through it. I wouldn't be interested in shorts at this point because of how strong we pulled back. If anything, I would take another stab on longs. Just, again, the sizing would be much smaller again. But we don't want to go too small on our sizing because then it messes up our risk to reward. I'd like to see this next 5-minute candle sort of rally for a little bit right at the candle's open to trap a lot of short sellers. Go. If we could find some support here, continue higher. Would like to at least see. Now, well, we don't really have any targets to the upside either. 65.05. Check our 15-minute time frame, but guaranteed that looks bearish still too. And I'm sure the 30-minute. 30-minute was trying to turn around, so that's a good thing. But other than that, we don't want to try to be the first buyer or seller when it comes to the market. So if the 30-minute is looking to turn around, we could wait for the 30-minute candle to close to give us the confirmation that it is in fact turning around. I will mention the cumulative volume delta is red on ES right now, so it is in a bearish area. So let's just sort of wait and see the reaction we get here. Getting a little bit overbought on the volume. Volume's been trying to pulse red though. Let's see.
Looks like we got, what, Trump speaking in an hour?
Yep, Trump speaking in an hour. That's going to give us a move too. I'm thinking ES wants to dive lower. But, again, ideally, I'd like to see a sort of short squeeze here. We've been bullish intraday up until, you know, like 15 minutes ago. I bet NASDAQ is probably looking weak right now. If NASDAQ's finding support, that's another story, but it's struggling. And remember that 15-minute time frame, I wanted it to continue lower. So that's bearish bias based off the 15 right there. So in any longs, I'd want to be a little patient. I'd want to see if we could get out into some strength. There we go. Give me that. There we go. Finally. Beautiful. A little push. A little push. Break 93. If we could break this 92.5, a lot of sellers are trapped. Like a lot.
All right. Let's see what you got, Pony. It's actually a fairly large cap, so it's not trading like a penny stock. It's just trading at penny stock prices.
Getting some volatility in here. Volume's trying to squeeze bullish here on ES's volume. Oh, nope. It's trying to get in volatility, guys. Be careful. I wouldn't take any trades right now. Gold's getting a little bearish. I wanted to see ES sustain above, was it 92.50, and it did not. Yo, good stuff, Ricardo. Hope you hit your profits for today.
Nice.
Any chance to take a pic of your anchored volume settings? Yeah. So anchored volume profile, right over here. Input. Style. And that's all you need
Ricardo's like
settings-wise.
Ricardo's like a great testimony to what we do here.
Yeah. A lot of good testimonies in here. Ricardo, Kyle, Marzitti, Jay, the other Jay, Victoria.
Ricardo's like right on my heels for scalpable guy. Definitely went nuts because they're dropping off a refrigerator next door or something.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of shorts here. If sellers could step in and we could break lower, I'd like to see a strong run towards VWAP. But we'll see. Again, like I said, buyers are trying to hold it off this 90 area, this 89 area. But we don't have much support on Bookmap, so I'd like to see us sort of just nosedive at this point. NASDAQ's been pretty weak too. I haven't seen weighted equities today, but I'm sure they are feeling the burn. Volume trying to pick up in this area where we're consolidating off of this 90 level I had. How's NASDAQ looking? NAS is back towards that 800 level again, too. Kyle said, I started with BB 9 months ago and didn't even know what futures were. I've cleared 65K in payouts since then. What a ride. It's been so nice. I'm seriously thinking about quitting my job as a firefighter. Bro, that is awesome.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
that's dope.
65K in payouts in the past 9 months? That's crazy. Good for you, man.
My kind of trader.
Yes, sir. Looking for continuation on this 15-minute time frame on ES. So I'm looking for shorts to take control.
The only reason I wouldn't like Pony is because Kathy Woods touched it.
Bro, anything, she's the Midas's cousin. Anything she
Yeah.
touches turns to crap.
She's like the Kramer of investment advice.
Yeah. I thought Kramer was the Kramer of investment advice.
Yeah. Oh man, that's terrible. But
It's like
people are chasing it right now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was thinking. Like buyers are failing to bring us higher at this point, but sellers are failing to take control to bring us lower. But the lack of support below us has me thinking we should be trying to run towards some of these downside targets, especially this like 64.87. And I was also bearish based off of the 15-minute analysis. So if we get there's some selling volume pressure trying to poke to the downside on ES. I'm in those shorts. We're just being patient. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Still
That's a risky
struggling.
one.
Yeah.
I'll scalp it, but I'm not gonna like go and throw a bunch of money at it. Pony, I'm talking about.
Full port. Oh. Yes, if we could get that volume squeeze and a breakdown, that would be fantastic. We're getting a little bit of a double bottom here at 64.8875. But I'm hoping we break right through it. Midas' cousin, Poopus. It's fucking hilarious. Poopus. Everything I touch turned to poop with the slightest touch.
Yes, I agree. Pony's competition, like, what's that one? Big Bear and C3 and all the other friends.
Hey, ES, you want to break lower now, or you want to keep dancing? Dancing in the spot. There we go. NASDAQ with some rejection. See if ES could feel that. I should get the NASDAQ market pulse here, too. So that, I could put it in there. Yeah. There, now we have NASDAQ market pulse, too. Now we can look for both of them to tick red at the same time to help give us confluence and selling pressure. Guys, I'll be right back. Give me a half a second. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe.
Perhaps some puts on Pony.
My little putney.
God, that'd be outright mean. Let's do it. Nice. Use the Schwartz. Punching down, looking like NQ can touch 23,960 here pretty quick. And like everything's riding tail right now. So hopefully, people took profit on CRWV before earnings call. I wasn't trading that specifically because I can't do it without permission. But it was an easy chart to read, so I posted my chart analysis and just put targets out. So
Yo, holy crap, guys. You guys let the market just like fall out of the sky or something?
yeah, I called out a bear target.
We're still in the
Almost hit it.
shorts. We're still in the shorts.
Looking for 23,960
Oh
here.
my goodness.
Bam. Nailed it.
Yo, I'm getting out there into strength, guys. That was an insane. That was
I'm
an
out too.
insane short position.
I will chill.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Holy crap. Wow. Time frame analysis, guys. Key. And yo, I like the market pulse tool. That's pretty cool on Bookmap. I got out way too. Yo, Nasdaq's probably gone. Not too bad. That's funny. Look, Nasdaq, the past few candles, hasn't been selling off as strong as ES, right? So it's almost like ES was playing catch up. Catch up? You want catch up? Stupid. I'm sorry.
Time to revert.
Alright, guys, I'll be back again, but fantastic trade. Oh my goodness, amazing.
Go, Kathy. It's your birthday. Yeah, they've got to fill some of these liquidity gaps here. And this trend gave a 1-for-1 down, so reversion's pretty likely. Right on the edge of yesterday's close, so for a minute. Oh yeah, make that money.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Bullishbrs jury, congratulations to anybody who took shorts on this extremely successful short position we took today. Fantastic. Remember, originally, I was looking for a short position. Once we started breaking lower over here, I was looking for a retest to the low volume shelf of 97. Because remember, that was our low volume shelf we were looking for longs. Once we flipped it, it's still a low volume shelf we were looking for shorts. That would have been able to top tick using the 15-minute time frame analysis, right? Because we saw the 15-minute, we watched it create every candle here. The 15-minute opening range breakout higher, the 15-minute reversal candle right here, and we also watched this candle sell off immediately. And remember, I mentioned we didn't have an upper wick at some point on this 15-minute candle. That's where I was able to find that low volume shelf for that pullback entry. And again, if I was able to take that trade, if we were looking at it at that time and took it, that could have led to an extremely huge risk to reward trade. 13 to 1, let's be realistic. Even if my stop loss was a little higher, 9 to 1. Great stuff, fantastic. 3 to 1 and higher is a great trade. 4 to 1 and higher, great trade. The higher, the better, but that doesn't mean every trade you take, you have to try to tighten up your stop loss, because then you're going to try to take a trade, it's going to stop you out right away. So we do want to be a little careful with it, but using tools like Bookmap helps us find, and volume profiles helps us find those really pinpoint entries to find those really tight stop losses so we could capitalize on the bigger move. Alright guys, with that being said, I'm wrapping it up today. I will cover the trade reviews, the trades that we just took today in this live stream during Futures Fever today. So that'll be from 11:30 to 12:30 on Benzinga. The link is in the comments on YouTube, and it's also in the chat here on Discord as well. Really great stuff overall. We will be using the market pulse to help find engaged direction and continuation in market not sentiment, but continuation and volume. And we'll also continue to use market AI to help us find those great market sentiment and areas that we should be looking for. And Edgeful for the orb and the gap fill prices. So really just a bunch of tools, everything coming into one. We're able to build a good system around them and find some consistency. So guys, appreciate you all for tuning in. If you're here on YouTube, hit that like button. Let's run that up a little bit more, and I will see you guys on Benzinga at 11:30 today for Futures Fever. If you're not going to join, at least hit the link to it and like the video, show some support for me. I do really appreciate it. Put a lot of effort into everything I do for you guys, so least you could do is drop a like, maybe drop a comment. I do appreciate all of the ongoing support, and I appreciate all